everybody, welcome back to this channel. Happy New Year. It is officially now 2026 and this video is probably going to be a little boring because I'm not on here telling any of my business this time. If you still stay, love you. Oh, also too, if you're watching this video right now, I would say when you get finished with this video, if you make it all the way through, please hit like. But I'm gonna say it now. If you're watching right now, please stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing and go ahead and hit the like button, because I don't even be realizing how many of y'all just actually watch and don't comment, don't like. So I'll get comments like this and this and this and this, and I'm just like, you saw that video? Like, how am I supposed to get paid if I can't get no crowd participation? Okay, true enough, yes, I do record just because it's like therapy for me, because, you know, I am an introvert and I don't really bond with a lot of people. So talking on camera like this, it's therapy for me. It's my way of being able to share things that I probably wouldn't share with a person in person, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of ass backwards, just because it's just like you're gonna tell a bunch of strangers on the internet your business before you tell somebody close, but it's just like, I don't know, I don't have any friends, so it's kind of hard for me to, you know, talk. I know I look a little crazy. My phone didn't recognize me early. It was trying to be shady. I know I look a little different just because I don't have lashes on like I normally do. I'm trying to give my lashes a break, and I got my glasses on, so I've been home this whole weekend. My daughter's been with her grandparents. I've been in this house, or this apartment, for the past 3 days, just watching TV, watching The Chosen. I've been on The Chosen real heavy, and I'm almost done with like all the seasons, so I can be prepared for the next season that's about to come. Is there another season coming? So yeah, please like my video. Stop acting like that. Stop acting funny. Like, stop doing that, for real. We're gonna take a little break right now, so you can stop right now and go like this video. Did you go like it? Love you. I ended 2025 with God, and I started 2026 with God. I can't even believe that, like, when I was younger, I hated going to church. But it's come to a point that, like, it is like a pleasure for me to be able to, like, go to church and somebody break down what the Bible says. When I go to church, I hate to say this because it's like you're supposed to go for the whole experience. I'm not there for the singing. I'm not there for anything other than, like, I will honestly, it's been times that I've gone to church late on purpose just for the simple fact that, like, I want to skip all the worship singing and get straight to what the Bible is saying. I love it. Like, I love to be able to just go somewhere and people bring up God randomly and tell me things that I don't know. But we went to church this year for New Year's Eve. Last year, I was at a freaking New Year's Eve party. I had a good time, but I felt like it was only right for me to start this year hearing God speak. 2025, just as a whole, actually wasn't a bad year for me. It did get a little rocky at the end, but for the most part, it was a pretty good year. And then even with the bumps that went on at the end of 2025, I still came out with my crown on. I still came out capable, in my right mind, healthy, family still here.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say.
I can't thank God enough. I'm just grateful to still be here. God saw fit for me to go into the new year. Obviously, there's so much more that I have to do. There's so many more lessons that I need to learn, and I'm just extremely grateful. I asked Instagram for some questions or some ideas that I could talk about on this video, because since I'm not telling my business, I really don't know what to say. And I ended up getting 14 responses, but I'm only doing 5. First question was, what do you feel that you could have done differently? Honestly, it really doesn't matter, because I've now made it to 2026. I had too many jobs. I know I only had 2 jobs, but that's too many. I feel like I spent so much of 2025 just working too much and not really being able to really enjoy my life and really just be able to think, have one-on-one time with God. Which you can have one-on-one time with God at any point. I could be driving to my second job having one-on-one time with God. But I felt like when I was working, I couldn't even go to church. The whole goal in life is just to figure out how God works, how he operates. And I was working Sunday through Wednesday at the jail. So it's like every Sunday, I wasn't going to church. I see it very important to go. Online is okay. And I do have a church that I really love. I think it's in Michigan. But it's nothing like being there. It's nothing like being in God's house and being able to like feel his energy. I didn't have a lot of time for that in 2025. Then on top of me working my first and my second job, I was trying to vlog and it was just a lot on me. I'm probably gonna slow down on the vlogging for this year. I don't know what else content I'm gonna put out because it's just like, I don't know, it'll come. God'll like show me what I need to be doing. So I've cut the job. I am slowing up on the vlogging so that I can put my focus on posting other things. Second question was, if you could change anything, would you? I know it sounds super cliche and everybody always says no, but the answer truly is no. There's nothing that I can think about that I would change. Even with the horrible thing that happened in November, there's nothing that I would change about it because it's like it was a learning lesson for me. And had I not gone through that, I probably wouldn't have discernment as strong as it is now. I mean, I had discernment then, but it wasn't at the top level security that it is now. Outside of that, I really had a great year. I was working out. I was knocking out goals. Like when I posted the I'm not masturbating anymore vlog, I was thriving. Like I was fine and I'm back thriving. Everything is back great. I just recognize that like God will send me whatever I'm supposed to have whenever I'm supposed to have it. Any accomplishments that you're proud of from 2025? This was the first year that I took God's advice the first time. I didn't wait it out. I didn't like try to sit through, like God said no and I said okay. Like I'm proud of that. That's a huge accomplishment for me because there's been so many situations in the past that like God is flat out telling me no to something. Like he's showing me all the signs, like literally in my face, he's saying no. And I'm just like, oh, it's a sign, but it's not really a red sign. It's like pink. Like, no. It's been so many situations where I've done that and then it ends up being worse. And God, I feel like, honestly, I really truly feel like God will let things progressively get worse until you have no choice but to walk away. So it's like he'll tell you no one time and you should take it because he will allow it to keep snowballing and to the point that now you're hurt so bad that you cannot even proceed just to remove you from that situation. And I didn't deem that necessary to go through that. With the little bump that I had at the end of the year, I just decided like, oh, that's what this is. Let me go ahead and get up out of this before I get a little too deep and before I get a little bit too hurt. And I just kept it moving. And that's a huge accomplishment for me. When did I get saved? I really need to know that. I think it was 2024. It's been such a whirlwind romance between me and Jesus these days. I should remember our anniversary. The greatest accomplishment for 2025 is the fact that I continued that. Yes, I did mess up a little bit at the end, but God, Jesus, they know their girl. Like they know that like I'm genuine. And they know that like my ultimate goal in life is just to live the way that God intended. I listen to God's voice. I listen to God's advice. And I'm still trucking along. Because some people get into it and they get so overwhelmed and so just sidetracked. They may not forget, but they just be like, oh, I'm done with that right now. Like that's not conducive to what I got going on right now. I'm straight. If I could be in Jesus's skin, I would. Can I get a date? Absolutely. And I found out this year that I can be gentle and I can be loving. It's a beautiful thing to live in your femininity. Am I saying that right? If you seem like a decent guy, you're respectful.
And like a prerequisite for me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, you have to be a man submitted unto God, praying, repenting, going to church. You value fellowship. You value like just things of that nature. A man of God.
The last story time that I posted about the military guy, that was the first day that I had been on in a long time. So I'm literally just getting started. Like I'm not burnt out with the dating. I did post the status, and it was basically just saying like there's no love out here, everybody hates each other. A part of me does feel like dating is kind of like, it's kind of shot to hell right now. Everybody's playing everybody. I don't know if it's a trickle effect because the guys have been played by girls and the girls are getting played by men, and everybody is just now playing each other because of the simple fact that they've been played. It almost is like it doesn't even pay to be a good girl no more. Like, you may as well just treat these men how they treat you. Almost seems like that. But at the same time, I know that there's somebody out there that thinks like I do. I know there is. Like, I know that there's somebody out there that have seen examples of successful relationships and have been raised in households with successful relationships, and they seek a successful relationship. I know that it's possible. So it's like I can't count myself out completely, because I know the God that I serve, and I know that God has somebody out there for me. So I'm still open to love. Do I think it's gonna be a bit tough? Probably. I'm really excited about dating. I'm open to it, and I'm very excited about it for this year. I found out in 2025 I actually am a lover girl. This is a two-part question. It says, did you learn to cook yet? And is there anything that you're trying to change for 2026? I'm gonna ignore the cooking question because actually, absolutely not. To be honest, in my defense, I might not be a chef like your mama. It don't take nothing but a TikTok video, an Instagram video, a YouTube video, and you can just follow the steps. And like, it's so accessible now to be able to do anything that you really want to do. Times have changed. It ain't like back in the day when like you just remembered your mama recipe. You don't really have to do that. Social media has made life so much easier. The second part of the question was, is there anything that I plan to change? I do. I do not want to curse. Have I cursed during this video? I don't think so. I don't want to curse no more, which this is like the second or third year that I've said that I am planning to try to change that. I never use profanity with like every word like some people do, but like I feel like when I do choose to curse, there are other things that I can say in place of that. The sentence don't hit the same unless you drop that word. This freaking this or this freaking that, instead of saying this freaking situation is, you know, it just don't hit the same. You know, that's the only reason. I'm a very like, my personality is very like, so it's like when I talk, I'm very passionate, and I guess the cursing just kind of goes along with it. But I really want to change that for this year. I don't want to have profanity even come out of my mouth. I feel like that doesn't represent God well, and it doesn't represent me well and the lady that God wants me to be. So I'm working on that. That's what I'm working on this year. That's what I'm doing. So, like I said, this is not a juicy video. This is not something that, you know, I intended to post to give you any tea today, because you know I'm good for telling you what's going on. But I've learned a lot from 2025. You know, it feels good to be able to transition over to the next year and be on the list of like God continuing to just let me keep going forward. I do have goals in mind for 2026. Will they all be accomplished at one time? Probably not. Am I gonna put my best foot forward to really try to make it happen? Absolutely. I always been one of those type of people that once I set my mind to something, like I mean truly set it, it's done. And I've shown that multiple times in multiple different situations. So if I'm still working on these goals and these resolutions in June, mind your business. So basically, new year, new goals, but just a different level of discipline. That's all I came on here to say. The video is probably going to be like 10 minutes long, but I hope to see you guys back next week.